Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of August 2nd. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that don't, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now we have cards flying here, but do keep in mind also, Libra, that the only place you can get anything from me is my website. There's a link to that below. Make sure you're using that link. I'll never ask you for money or reach out for a reading. I also launched a Patreon, so if you want to support me there, you can check that out and get some exclusive perks. Lastly, I do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, do stick around till the end as well. We go through with another 9 cards and also look at some oracle messages. But that queen wanted to pop out in the beginning, so we have that card reappearing here, but let me make sure everything's in view and we'll get right into this for you. All right, looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Empress. So this is the most abundant card in the tarot. It's fertility and therefore prosperity. Anything under the sort of energy of this card will grow and expand like the Empress. And so definitely like to see that. You can see the Venus symbol here. This is the a card associated with Venus as well, which Venus is, of course, the planet of romance and relationships, love, but it's also the planet of luxury and wealth. And so definitely like to see that. The other thing with the Empress is it's somebody who's a nurturer. So you may be nurturing someone or nurturing a part of your path here, which I actually feel like is probably more closely associated or aligned with this reading. But taking a look here, you have some very, 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 very good cards and a few that maybe are blockages, but we'll go ahead and just read what we find here. So right away in the middle, you have the Two of Wands. This is potentially being at a crossroads. You can see this person here is deciding on which path to take. Kind of, with the Two of Wands, this is talking about research, planning, and discovery. It's sort of looking out to the horizon or looking out to the field and planning, choosing where to go. And so it tells you that if you put in the research, if you put in the effort now, you will get to the Three of Wands, which is the card of initial success. And so I do feel like there's probably some work ahead of you. The journey is still early, but at the end there could be a really nice situation that comes around for you, especially with this Knight of Cups and this Queen of Wands, which we'll get into, and the Empress on the bottom. So I do feel like this will be well worth your time. Whatever it is that you are thinking about as you watch this reading, I do feel like it'll be worth your time. So you have this King of Cups here in the previous position. So this is the card associated with somebody who has a certain level of emotional intelligence. They kind of are able to weather storms, and it's hard to get anything by them in terms of like EQ, in terms of emotional quotient. Like they're very good at kind of understanding people on an emotional level. And so it's definitely a skill that you can use. And I feel like you're going to have to do that here with this Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. I feel like that there's someone who's playing you. And actually what could be happening here is if this King of Cups is not you, what could be happening here is the King of Cups, like in reverse or in their shadow, is somebody who's emotionally manipulative and somebody who actually also doesn't take action. But what could be going on here is you could be getting emotionally manipulated by someone. Someone could be playing with you in that way. It could be related to work or love. And the reason I say that is because you have the Seven of Swords, which is a liar, cheater, stealer, someone who's deceptive or not honest with you. See, this person's making away with the swords here, stealing. And so this is definitely a warning card, one of those warning cards. And so it could be referring to this King of Cups. Now, the other thing with this Seven of Swords is this really, you have to just take these messages as they resonate, because there are so many different things with this reading in particular that you could go. But with that, you have this Eight of Swords. So you have 7 into 8 progressing. These upper swords are challenging because, for this one in particular, what I'm getting at here is the Seven of Swords could also be self-deception. And the reason I say that is because you have the 8 below it. This person's trapped in their own imprisonment, okay? Each sword represents a thought that they have, and they've blindfolded and handcuffed themselves. And so it's like they could easily get themselves out by releasing the burden here of their own thoughts, but they're staying trapped. And so it's talking about like self-imposed restrictions, which is mixing with this Seven of Wands. So you could either be dealing with a manipulator and you're aware, or you could be manipulating yourself. Like you could be messing with yourself here, deceiving yourself, I should say. And so take it as it resonates. But you have the Fool as well. It gets a lot better here. Challenging energy in the past. Maybe you've just sort of, the thing is, the good thing about this reading is that is a thing of the past. I do feel like you're aware of it. You have this Fool here. Taking a major leap of faith without attachments, viewing the world as if you were a child again. And, taking that first step, that major step towards a journey. The Fool's very powerful because it's the card that starts off the tarot. And so for you, I feel like anything, it kind of is interesting here. You can see this person's about to start a journey down a path, and now you have the Fool as well. So you're starting something here in this week. I do feel like right now what you're starting here, the thing that's on your mind mostly as it relates to this new start is the Nine of Pentacles, which is financial independence. So I feel like this step that you're taking is putting you on a path that's more aligned with abundance, more aligned with money, more aligned with financial independence, doing your own thing. This is one of my favorite abundance cards because it talks about self-sustainability, being self-sufficient. And because in other interpretations of this card, like the pentacles here are actually fruit. And so if you think about like planting your own food, that creates a level of abundance for you in that you're sustaining yourself on food, right? You're making your own food, and that's a level of abundance. So definitely like to see that. I like the path that you're going down. You have this Two of Swords here. This path situation has you at a crossroads, okay? Double twos here. Definitely, the thing is though, with like 222, that number, that angel number, it does indicate that you're on the right path. We have double twos, but I do feel like the energy of 2-2 is coming through here for you. Now you also here have this Queen of Wands. Love this card. This is, the Queen of Wands is all about attraction, okay? They are attractive to many people. They're attractive to people in the workplace as well because they're capable of doing so much. But the thing about the Queen of Wands is they do it with an element of passion that you can't find other places. So I feel like you are ready for this path here. And, at the end of the rainbow, at the end of the path, there could be this Knight of Cups waiting for you. And this is either a person or a creative venture or a happy event coming in here for you. This is a very good card, but it could be the start of a new relationship for you with the Fool and the Knight of Cups. So love to see this, but I'll be interested to see what other details we get. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. It helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Libra, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope things are going well. Hope things are good for you. Now, let's see what we have here for you. Okay, Lady Venus. Wow, this card's been coming in a lot this week. So, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. This is the strongest card as far as I'm concerned in this Oracle deck. You may start to get signs and synchronicities that you really want to pay attention to. Song lyrics, messages coming in during meditation, things that you may be hearing on your walk, or bird messages, feathers. anything, repeating symbols. The other thing is obviously Venus, Lady Venus associated with Venus, and you have the Empress as well, another card of Venus. So big Venus energy here in this reading. Wow. Now you have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Okay, you could be, the thing that's could be deceiving you is like there could be a deceptive masculine or something like that, like an emotionally manipulative masculine, or there could just be a family issue right now. And then you have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. So this is talking about like you get to decide what energy you want to take with you as you move into this step here, as you take this step with the Fool and the Two of Wands. Like wherever you go, you get to decide what energy you bring with you on the journey. And so put your focus on the positivity, put your focus on the light right now, and I feel like that would be, you know, it's would be probably better than not. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Okay, you have the Devil. Yeah, I feel like you're dealing with a challenging person. The Magician. And the Empress coming in again. That's a big, big, big sign of positive abundance. And I love to see two Empresses here. So let's see here. You know, yeah, I feel like you need to nurture yourself at this time with the Eight of Swords below the Empress, but there could be something that you're like blocking your abundance here because it really wants to come in. It really wants to appear with the Empress twice and the Nine of Pentacles, but with the Eight of Swords, something standing in the way. You have the Magician, which is the Master Manifester. Interestingly enough, the Magician's also associated with Mercury. And what I'm seeing here is you know, you can manifest your way out of this deception that may be on you right now. And really what I'm feeling like for you is the Devil with the King of Cups is absolutely, my intuition was right. I feel like this person is tricky, challenging. And I do feel like they use their emotions against you if that's what you're resonating with in this reading. There are a bunch of different messages and storylines here, but if that's the one you really resonate with, I feel like you can manifest your way out of it by communicating, because the Magician, as I was saying, is the communicator as well with Mercury energy, and so you may want to just stand your ground. Let's see what else we have here. Two of Wands coming in once again. You have the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. Really like to see that. Hanged Man giving something up to get something else. Making a sacrifice in some area of your life. And, you know, I feel like for you, it's like, as obviously with the Hanged Man and this Two of Wands coming in again, there's, okay, so there's our 2-2-2. Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Two of Wands. There it is. I felt that energy. So, you know, obviously the sacrifice for you is choosing one path over the other. And I think what you're going down is probably a path of independence. That may mean being single for a minute or two or some time, whatever, because Two of Wands is on the Nine of Pentacles. And so for you, that might be the case. But the thing is, as you take this leap in this direction that you're feeling really pushed towards, probably towards independence, with the Ace of Wands, you might meet someone super passionate along your path, along your journey. And the Ace of Wands is also, it's actually probably my favorite card in the tarot. It's also, you know, my card of turning a passion into a profit or a side hustle. Really good for anything like that. And now you have the King of Wands, which is the entrepreneur. Some of you, are maybe the path that you're going on is self-employment. Ace of Pentacles for sure. And the Seven of Swords. Huh. Okay, well, maybe it's not a father masculine. Maybe it's, I do feel like some of you are going to go independent here. Some of you are going to go solo. I do feel like maybe I would just be careful of that Knight of Cups, actually, even though we just got the Sun, because, and the Star, wow. I liked everything, and then all of a sudden, I will say the King of Wands, in relationships, it's not that you can't like marry a King of Wands or get whatever gender they are or get involved with them long term, but they're so passionate, they're so like go go go, like following their passions, that it's hard to keep a King of Wands around for too long. And you have this Knight of Cups and Seven of Swords with it, so it's sort of like maybe someone's playing with you a little bit here. But the Ace of Pentacles, new money, new start in finances. Anytime you get two aces, that's a big yes, so I love to see that. The Sun is major positivity, success, happiness, is the best card in the tarot. And the Star is a wish granted. It's your period of renewal, healing. So, I would strongly urge you, and I can't tell you what to do, you have free will, but I would really encourage you to go down the path that your soul is telling you to go down. And if that means you may need to sacrifice being in a relationship for a little bit, not necessarily, but you might have to, in order to, build something for yourself, like an income stream or something like that. Sometimes that happens, right? I mean, you can have the best of both worlds, but I'm just saying sometimes you need time to think on your own. Sure, man. Yeah, someone's playing you here. Distant horizons, courthouse, concern, toil and labor, message of concern. Yeah, I mean, you're anxious about I feel like you have like sort of an intuition about someone. It's either mature man, wealthy man, doesn't matter what gender they are, it's just masculine energy. But I was picking up this entire time of a masculine deceiving you in some way. And now we have two Seven of Swords, an Eight of Swords, and the Devil on top of the King of Cups. They probably use their emotions to manipulate, and this is causing you anxiety. You're probably feeling bad. That's something that would happen with that situation. Some of you are moving, like the path that you're taking is towards a new house or a new apartment. Distant horizons, good times ahead, and this situation will work out in divine law and order as it's supposed to with the courthouse. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I'll see you in the next one.